Hang on, guys, I'm going live on my Facebook group. Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to Keto Craft. I am Sasha, and I am hopefully streaming to you guys on YouTube, Periscope, and on my Facebook group, Our Kind of Keto. I'm still trying to get things a little more squared away so that when me and Low Carb Witch, or Low Carb Witch and I have these little keto chats, they can go a little bit more as planned. So I'm trying to get to know the OBS software that I'm using and the streaming software that I'm using. So these are just kind of like test chats, since I don't know that many people watch them anyway. But if you do, hi! Hope you're having a good afternoon. My hair is a mess. So I gave myself a couple of topics to look at. So that's what I'll be doing throughout the chat. There is an annoying as all hell flying around here, and yeah. So that'll be happening. If you see this, I'm just swatting it away. I'm not, yeah. So anyway, I'm not overly enthusiastic. I'm swatting a fly away. So anyway, so I've been asked how my keto diet is going. I again don't like to call it a diet. I like to think of it as it's just keto. I'm ketogenic because that's the style in which I eat, but I don't consider it a diet. It's just the way that I eat. And I'm gonna get it. I'll get into that like a little later on as to like why cheat meals and all that kind of junk. I'll get into that too today. But so far, it's going great. As you guys can see, if you've been following the channel, like just in my face, I'm losing a lot of weight, which is so appreciated, because I really hate having a double chin. I have a round face, so when you have a double chin, it's like a circle that didn't quite connect, so you try to go back and draw the rest of it. And it doesn't look very good. So, yeah, I have a very round face, and just it's nice to not have a double chin to add to that. So, and it's still there. It's still there. It's going away very slowly but surely. So I mean, I'm enjoying the progress that I'm seeing with it, and I'm really enjoying the way that I'm eating. I think that the ketogenic diet is a very beneficial diet to those people who really want to lose weight and not feel like they're dieting. I think, I mean, I eat pretty much the way that I normally eat. Like, I love kale. I can still eat kale. Love eggs and bacon. Can still eat eggs and bacon. I love pizza, and I can still eat pizza and cookies and all this other kind of stuff in moderation. And I think that's what this way of eating does. It helps me maintain moderation, because I know it has to fit into my macros, and I know that it has to fit, into the way that I eat. So I make sure to be moderate sometimes. And I do say sometimes, because sometimes I'm not so moderate. And I'll get into that a little later. But so far, so good. I'm down to almost 181 pounds. I started at 210, for those of you who don't know. So yeah, and this month, my weight loss, I wouldn't say it has stalled. I would say that I've gotten a little more comfortable in the way that I eat, so I'm not so staunch in the way, or in my eating practices. So, this is water, FYI, and this is carbonated water with lemon juice. This is more like keto lemonade, I guess. But yeah, I'm more focused on eating than following rules, even though I do kind of adhere to the ketogenic rules. I'm still sort of religious about macros. I do log into MyFitnessPal every single day. But I'm not as obsessive as I was some days. Because some days I think life moves and you have to move with it, and you can't like sit down and scan every little barcode into MFP and do your calories and all that kind of stuff. So, So yeah, everything as far as the way that I eat, I'm really enjoying. I still have keto rash, as I talked about in my last actual video where it was just me. Um, but it doesn't itch, it doesn't bother me, and it's going away. And no, I have not done the ox bile or any other bile salt. I was planning to, but I saw a really good deal on the Noon electrolyte tabs, and I couldn't pass it up, so I didn't. And I've added more kale into my diet, which really, really helped. So yeah, I can't attest to or deny whether or not ox bile works because I never got it. But just adding more veggies into my diet really, really has helped in a lot of ways. Some too graphic to mention, but it's really, really helped. Um, so yeah, diet progress is great. Um, so the other thing I wanted to talk about is people who say that they are done with keto, that it's not for them, they can't do it, this, that, and the other, it's just too hard. To those people, I say, I just think you need a better support system around you. I think you need more community around you, and I think you need to find some friends that do this diet to lift you up when you're down. I think everybody goes through patches of stagnation as far as their weight loss is concerned, and they begin to doubt themselves and why they even started this diet. But anyone who's saying it is too expensive, definitely look at Aldi if you have an Aldi market in your area or a Winco, because honestly, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I only have, at most, on a good month, $150 to spend on groceries. And since I started keto, I have yet to get there. So, and I've been able to shop for the whole month. Now, mind you, I eat a lot of eggs and bacon. That's a primary staple. But I always have, like right now in my freezer, I have like 3 things of Kerrygold butter. I eat tilapia and ground beef and all that kind of stuff. I still eat, but I don't spend a ridiculous amount of grocery money. Um, Prior to being on keto, I was spending $150 um, at Vaughn's, and it wouldn't even last me the whole month. And since I started eating keto and following my macros and doing that kind of stuff, I really have yet to breach like $100. Um, and that's because all these is like a keto gift to like all ketogenic people, because I just go in there, I get what I need, and I get out. What I did when I first heard there was an Aldi in my area, I decided to program my mind with the fact that it was a health food store. And the only thing that I would be getting there is health food items for my healthy way of eating. So when I go in there, I hit up the eggs, the bacon, the butter, the meat, and I'm out. Like, sometimes I will, like, mosey down the snack aisle, like the pork rinds, or I'll get, like, mixed nuts or something like that. But as far as I'm concerned, Aldi doesn't sell, like, Doritos. Aldi doesn't sell any of my favorite junk. And so I don't look upon it as something like that. I eat at least 3.5 to 4 pounds of cheese per month, and I know this because I buy every month, like pretty much the same thing so far, which is 2 blocks of cheddar cheese and 2 blocks of Gouda, because that's just how I roll. Oh, and cream cheese, but I don't even go through a cream cheese in a month, so I've tried to narrow down my buying cream cheese because it just. So, I mean, like, keto is not an expensive diet if you are willing to figure out what works for you and what works within your budget. I mean, if you go in there without a plan, that's going to be really hard on you because you don't have a strategy to get in, get out, get done. When you don't have a strategy, that's when these random things make it into your shopping cart, and before you know it, like a $20 grocery trip has turned into a $90 grocery trip or more. So I would advise those of you who are really, really just like losing hope A, have a plan before you go into the shopping grocery store. B, make sure you know your macros and stick to them, because if you're eating outside of your macros, it may get a little harder for you. And then also look at techniques like intermittent fasting, which has greatly helped me. Once I became fat adapted, I was able to intermittent fast. Look at other techniques that keto people use. So intermittent fasting is one, or water fasting or liquid fasting is another. Protein shakes is another. And I know that ketogenic food, this is another complaint. Ketogenic food is expensive. It depends on where you go, because I know I've seen Kerrygold butter at Vaughn's for like $4, $3 or $4, and I know I can get it cheaper at Aldi or Winco, or even at Stater Brothers. Stater Brothers, it's like almost $3, but not quite. It's like $2.70 something versus $2.60 something at Aldi. So you just have to know where to shop. And as far as like the almond flour, the erythritol, the stevia, all that kind of stuff, yes, it's expensive, but you have to consider, how often do you use it? Like I wish I had it here to show you guys, but I've shown you a ton of times on my channel. I have my liquid stevia, and that is the Sweet Drops, Vanilla Creme Sweet Drops. I got that, you can see all the way back in my first keto haul, and I'm still using it, and it's not even half gone. And I use it in my baking, in my BPC, in everything that I need stevia for. Same with my erythritol. And I even have my ISO Pure Cookies and Cream Zero Carb Protein Powder, because even though it's expensive, and even though you do buy it a lot, even though it's expensive, you don't buy it a lot. You use it maybe once a month, or in my case, once every couple of months. You'll still have it. You need to buy it like every couple months. So, it can be expensive when you first look at it, but when you look at price versus use, it's going to come out to about even. If not, you're going to come out ahead. So, if you're feeling discouraged, just really build up that community, build up those inner circles and those outer circles of support. And if anyone ever needs support, Our Kind of Keto is there for you guys. We are a small group, and we're a really supportive group. We have just a bunch of awesome people in there right now, and we hope to have a bunch of more awesome people in there soon. And look at other groups that are done by people you feel comfortable with, who do ketogenic dieting. And I'll just put like a little bit of side note. I'm not talking about ketogenic health coaches. So if you're a ketogenic health coach, I'm not talking about you. But there are some health coaches out there who heavily discourage against doing the ketogenic diet, because they were trained, or they were taught the old ways of how to diet and the old food pyramid. I know a couple people actually, who are health coaches, who are like, fruits and vegetables and this, that, and the other, and they almost vehemently speak against the ketogenic way of eating. And I think when you have it in your head, a certain thing, and you're going to something new, it's going to take a while to change that mindset. Unless, like me, you're just ready to try something new and completely ditch the old stuff. If you go back through my videos, when I started, I was a lot heavier than I am now. And it works. It works as like anything else, as long as you work it. So the next topic I wanted to talk about was non-keto meals and things like that. What some would call like cheat days, or going off plan. I hate that statement, that terminology, but non-keto meals that are not technically within the ketogenic way of eating. Okay, so when I started, I said that I don't cheat on my diets, and I don't. Keto, however, has really become my lifestyle. It's become my way of eating. And I've learned a couple of things about myself within this way of eating. And it's really nice that I found this out. It was kind of by accident, but still. Okay, so since I started keto on February 26th. Today is May 11th, my grandma's birthday. Happy birthday! So since I started eating ketogenic, I've had one meal that was unintentionally keto. I mean, it was a meat lover's omelet at Coco's, I think. And I think it turned out to be more carbs than it was supposed to be. I think the Keto Finder app had it wrong. Or maybe I figured it wrong. I don't know. Either MyFitnessPal or Keto Finder was wrong. So I don't know who to believe there. And that was just eggs, bacon, sausage, and they try to throw all of this like non-keto stuff at me, and I was like, no, thank you, no, thank. Just bring the meal. I'm good with the omelet. So that was one, and I still think it's more keto than either place said it was, but still, whatever. The second one was, I had teriyaki chicken sticks from a Chinese food place because there was no other option. And I try to go as keto as possible, and I really don't like ordering veggies from fast food places unless I know they're organic, and I have my own reasons for that. But so I got teriyaki chicken sticks, and I did eat them, and they were good, and I don't regret it. And I put on about a pound, but I took it off a couple days later, so no big deal. And then I had one meal that I just really, it was over. I'd never been to Red Lobster, and so my Oma took me, and she's my Dutch grandma. So she took me to Red Lobster, and we ordered. Well, I ordered the stuffed mushrooms appetizer because I didn't really want to get a whole lot. So then she decided to order dessert, and I said, okay, that's fine, go for it. So she ordered this brownie ice cream disaster and had me split half of it with her. Now, I could have said no, but I decided not to because I wanted to see exactly how bad this carb hangover is, and I wanted to know. Like, I was testing the waters, I guess. So I had less than half because I didn't finish the half she tried to give me. I had less than half, but I had a pretty nice portion of it. And I didn't have any after effects or anything like that. It didn't knock me out of ketosis. I was still fine. And I was good with it. So the way that I feel about like people who go off plan or whatever, I don't think that anyone can really judge anyone. If it's a constant thing where you're just back and forth, then you really might want to take a look at whether or not you want a structured way of eating or you want to try keto, or if you're just in need of more support, or where your head really is about it. But if it's an occasional indulgence, I don't see why anyone would have a problem with anyone. Because I don't. I mean, I know people who have so like cheat meals, and I don't even look at it as cheat meals because if it's the way that you eat, like if you're just eating an everyday diet, right? And you had something outside of your diet, like outside of your everyday way of eating, would you call that a cheat meal? Or would you just, call that a treat? It just sometimes you have a treat, and that's just how it is. When it becomes a habit, when it becomes something you do all the time, when it becomes your actual way of eating that you eat like that, then it's not healthy. But I think that everybody is entitled to do what they feel is best for themselves, and if you want to do a treat day or a cheat day or an off-plan day, then that's your prerogative. So I don't believe in this whole keto purist mentality, and I'm not bashing anybody, nor do I mean to. It's just not my thing, because I think that everybody's entitled to do what they feel is right for them. So the last thing I'm going to talk about, to everybody who is subscribed to my social media stuff where I talk about my keto diet and whatnot, you guys are going to see some like inconsistency from me for a little while here, because I am going to be moving. Stuff is changing, stuff shifts, you know. I am ever moving transformation, you guys. So this is the first move before the big move, which the big move won't come until next year. But I'm finally making steps to get done what I want to get done, and be where I want to be, and live how I need to. So, in June, I will be moving from where I live now back to my parents' house for a year, so that I can save up all of the money I can, and I'm selling stuff and whatnot. So I'm really, really trying to make this work. Into a tent. I'm going to be living in a tent for a year. So by the time I'm done with that, I will have had all the camping I can stand for the rest of my life, maybe. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting thing. You guys will have to see it when I do it. And it'll just be like my new chapter until my next chapter. It's kind of like the I don't know. It's kind of like the the prelude to like this huge chapter in my life that I'm getting ready to write. So yeah, as far as people who follow me on Instagram at CultOfSpin, by the way, shameless plug, one word. I won't be posting a whole lot of cooking videos. Please bear with me. I'm not going anywhere. When I can cook, I will. You guys know I love to post my cooking photos, and I'll still try. But it's not going to be in my house, and it's going to be a year, and I'm going to try to be as positive as I can be about it. But I will be posting stuff to show you guys my ketogenic progress and stuff like that. And I'm still going to be blogging, so for those of you guys who follow me, I'm still going to be adding to my social media sites and whatnot. It's just not going to be as frequent because A, I'm moving, and then when I move, I don't know what it's going to be like to try and cook there. Because as you guys know, from the my parents' house video on my channel, it's not the most comfortable thing for me to cook there. So I'm going to do what I can to do what I can, but I'm not giving up on my weight loss and my way of eating. I recently acquired some workout materials that will help me. They should be here today, actually. That should help me with my, my exercise, because I don't know how much hooping I'll be able to do. I'm going to try to make it to the park. By the way, that shit is awesome. If you guys want, like, to lose some weight and have fun doing it, get a hoop. Like, serious. Like, I still really can't that well hula hoop, but I spin poi, so I'm used to, like, spinning stuff. And like, just hoop dancing is so fun. And like, I work out my upper body, which is what I really need to work out. Plus I work out my legs too, which I've always had chicken legs, so I'm not really concerned with those, but like, it works out my upper body a lot, and it's really awesome. So if you guys want a fun way to lose weight, get a hoop. So with that, I'm going to bid you guys farewell until next time. Hopefully this stream went live and worked well everywhere. I'm hoping. Guys on Periscope, I'm sorry if I wasn't able to see your comments. My phone is broadcasting to Facebook, so I'm not able to read like the comments and stuff, but I will try to get back to any questions or comments in the next time I go live. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all soon. Have an awesome day, and yeah, bye.